What's going on, Chemical Guys family, and thanks so much for tuning in for today's episode of Detail Garage. Behind me you see this beautiful Mini Cooper who many of you may know who owns this vehicle. Drop your comments down below if you think you know who it is. But today we brought it in here because we just finished washing it and there's a few things that are taken away from the overall effect of the vehicle. And as you can see, the trim is dark, but it's not exactly clean. It doesn't have that same luster anymore. Same with the tires, and from being inside of the Detail Garage, it's gotten a little dusty. There's things that have landed on it. So today we have a couple tips on how to give your car those final touches and make it really pop. Like we had mentioned, this vehicle just got washed, and although it looks clean, there's still some areas that are lacking that luster that really makes your car look great at the end of the detail. So to begin, we're showing you the trim here, which although it looks darker, it still has some streaks in it, and also just from being outside and exposed elements, it's got a little bit of staining and some dirt that's been stuck to the surface. So we're going to take some Nonsense all-purpose cleaner with a boar's hair brush. We're just going to remove and release any of that stubborn grime and anything else that's just laying on top of the trim. And this is also safe to use on any kind of vinyl, rubber, and plastic around the vehicle. So you could also use this to remove any old dressings from your tires, any kind of grease and grime. But more importantly, this is a great way to prep the surface for new dressings and to get a bare surface and a fresh start. That foamy action is what helps to clean away all that mess and debris, while also safely guiding it, because it is still possible to scratch plastic components even though it's trim. And on surfaces like this, it's really hard to blend it and to remove any kind of scratches, so it's important to be very careful when you're working with trim or any piece of the vehicle in general. So now we'll just take a clean microfiber towel and wipe away any of that mess and debris and check our work. And it's perfectly safe if we get nonsense on the paintwork, it wipes right off. We also have one final step that will truly clean away any kind of messes at the final stage of our detail. So now we just want to make sure that the surface is nice and completely dry before we move on to our next step. It looks clean and even, and the surface is free of any kind of debris and kind of messes. So now we're going to take one of my favorite dressings and restore this to a natural OEM finish while also giving it ceramic protection, and that is by using HydroShield. So as I mentioned, HydroShield is a dressing which is also going to give you durable ceramic protection to any kind of vinyl, rubber, and plastic surfaces. And it's super easy to apply. All we're going to do is take a clean microfiber applicator pad and spray a few sprays onto the applicator. And then I'll give you 50-50 here. We'll just work it into the surface. And this is going to give you that natural finish, not that overly glossy effect, but more of a natural OEM matte sheen, while also repelling any kind of harsh elements that cause fading and discoloration. So it makes a great dressing for exterior components. A lot of cars that have plastic fairings or any kind of plastic bumpers and material that stains and fades very easily. And you can also use HydroShield on your tires to give it that same deep, dark, lustrous finish. We've already cleaned the tires as we did with the car wash. We're just going to use the same applicator and work it into the surface, give it a moment to bond. And we can always come back with a clean microfiber towel and wipe off any of the excess and reveal that beautiful pop. And again, that last little touch that's going to give it the ultimate finish to make it really stand out. Now we're going to finish up the rest of the trim and as well as the remaining 3 tires, and then we're going to move on to the paint to really make the whole vehicle come together. and from being inside the detail garage, it's got a little bit of dust on there and things that have just landed on the surface. So as our final step for our detail, as well as what should be your final step in the detail, we're going to be using one of my favorite quick detail sprays, HydroSpeed. Now this is a great way to just gently pick up light dust, fingerprints, bird droppings, recent water spots, anything that lands on the surface of your vehicle, to just gently pick it up and guide it away from the surface for a scratch-free finish, while also giving you that durable layer of ceramic, which is going to not only enhance your existing coatings, but if you don't have any coatings, this is a great way to give your paint some protection, as well as the super hydrophobic properties, which help to reject water spots, bird droppings, any kind of dust, to keep your car looking cleaner for longer. Now it's really simple to use. We're just going to spray it right here on the door where we have a lot of high traffic and fingerprints and dust. And we're going to be using a clean workhorse microfiber towel just to pick up anything that was lingering on the paintwork. Just wipe it away, rolling the towel as we wipe. And by rolling the towel, that creates a fresh edge, which means we're not going to be dragging any of that abrasive material across the surface where it could potentially scratch it. And then we'll just come back and buff off any of the excess to reveal that beautiful candy-like shine and enhanced metallic flake. And already the surface feels really slick and smooth, which is again because of those hydrophobic properties, which help to level out the paintwork and give you that great finish overall. Not only does HydroSpeed do an amazing job of picking up dust, debris, and fingerprints from the paintwork of your vehicle, but you can also use it to clean your wheels, your glass, your chrome, and any other surface on the exterior of your ride to keep it looking its best, while also giving it that durable layer of ceramic protection, which helps to reject water spots, dust, and any other kind of fallout. So guys, I'm going to finish off the rest of this Mini Cooper, but thanks so much for tuning in for today's episode. If you want to learn more about these products, head over to our website, chemicalguys.com, or to your local detail garage. If you guys have any kind of questions or comments, be sure to drop them down below in the comment section, and we'll see you guys next time.